So here we are with the case from Rock Island Armory, company out of Nevada with production in the Philippines. Philippines has a deep-rooted love for the 1911 going back to the Philippines War, which is cited as the first time a 1911 was used in combat. Don't quote me on that, that's internet lore, but that's what I've heard. Case looks to be pry-proof. Got two locking spots, so this may be airline approved depending on your airline. We open it up. Got a foam liner, two inspection fired casings, and the date. Not many companies are doing that anymore. I appreciate Rock Island for doing that. Of course, your instruction manual. What do you see there? M1911 A1 380. That's right. Look how tiny this thing is. It is just cute. First, show clear. Look at that in my hand. No, I'm not muzzling my hand. It's so nice and small. It's kind of a fun-sized gun. You get two magazines, and of course the slots in the case are a little bit oversized because this is obviously the same foam they use on a full size. Get the case out of the way. Right off the bat, for you fans of numbers, it's a 380, of course, 7+1 round capacity, with a width of 1.25 inches, overall length of 6 inches and 5/8, overall height of 4 5/8. It weighs in just under 1.5 pounds when empty, a little over 1.5 pounds when full. So this does have weight to it. Why? Because it's all steel. Before you shy away at that, think about, for new shooters or hesitant shooters, how much more comfortable it is to shoot a heavier gun. It helps you fight the recoil. Trigger pull between 4 and 6 pounds. It's about what it feels like to me. They did some snag-free modifications to it with the dovetail style sights. A little bit of beveling here on the front end. You've got cocking serrations up front, which is nice. The enlarged tail out back, nice feature. It is not an ambidextrous safety. Very classic 1911. So why 1911 in 380? Well, you might not have known that. You might have known that Browning invented the 1911 and the 45 ACP. Did you know that Browning also invented the 380? It was a scaled down version, rumored to be about 78% of a 45. And if you read the NRA's article a few years back, modern 380 ammo is just as effective in defense, in that it's about 78% as effective as a 45. So it's still a worthwhile defensive round, with quite a few manufacturers producing great defensive ammo out there. Right away, one of my concerns was I noticed that if I had my thumb on the safety, I couldn't get it to fire. I thought that was a manufacturing issue here. That was just the grip safety doing its job. My 1911, a bit bigger. This is a standard GI model. Look how huge it is compared to this baby rock. But I had the enlarged grip safety on the back, and I got used to that. This one you really do have to hold on to it, which I consider another plus for new shooters. Some of the features Rock Island has done on this that I really appreciate. The beveling on the nose there. Front and rear cocking serrations. They've rounded the heel, making it a little bit more comfortable, especially important when you've got a small gun in a large hand. They've got grooves on the front of the trigger, and yes, for the diehards, that trigger moves straight to the rear and breaks nice and crisp, like a standard 1911. Other than that, it's all pretty simple. I think it's a good looking little gun. I'd love to see one with some beautiful wood grips and a stainless top. Did have issues with these sights. That front sight disappears very easily. But it's a beautiful gun.
So super cute, super comfortable in the hand. It's got easy to reach slide. Obviously it's so small that everything's pretty easy to reach on here, whether it's mag release, slide release, or the safety. No complaints about this other than the sights. Super easy to lose the front sight. There's nothing really to identify it. So other than that, I don't have any complaints. It's very smooth. It's got a great texture on the grip. It's a little bit of a tacky rubber, so it doesn't bite you, and it's not slippery at all. It actually gives you a good hold. It is pretty small, so even me with smaller hands, it's you have to be careful of where you're placing your finger on the trigger. But great little gun.
There's that front sight. Bump the magazine release. I cannot see that front sight post. Okay, so possibly the worst group you've seen me shoot, because I couldn't see the front sight post. I was basically aiming by looking through the rear sight at the target-ish. Wonderfully cute gun. The rubber grips, which have a bit of a tack to them, do a great job of absorbing some of the recoil, but this all-steel baby 1911 itty-bitty thing is actually a lot of fun to shoot, and I could see it as being a comfortable thing to learn on, and definitely for the 1911 fan, a neat gun to have. Now we've got about 100 rounds total through this thing. Let's take a look at how it comes apart. First we show clear. We lock back. Pop that little pin. Pin comes straight out. Slide comes off the frame. Look familiar to the 1911 fans out there? Basically the same gun. Come on. A little dirty. There you have it, folks. Comes apart just like a 1911. Now you don't have the little swinging lug bit hold it in place there, but other than that, it's a 1911, just a whole lot smaller. We didn't have any issues in firing it. It was actually pretty fun. So if you're looking for 1911 simplicity or styling, or a good gun for a new shooter to learn on, especially one with smaller hands, the 380 is a low recoil round to begin with, but you put it in an all-steel gun and it gets pretty gentle to shoot. Also, I think you could do some pretty cute his and hers matching sets between a regular 1911 and one of these. It's a neat gun. Rock Island, I'm sorry, I think I'm going to have to keep this one.